Today in this video, we are going to be predicting November 1st edition of Saturday Night's Main Event. Now, I did end up purchasing a mic to improve my audio, so we're just kind of playing with that. We're going to see exactly how well it works, where to put the mic is the best sounding way. So, yeah, let's get into it. In case you did not get to watch Monday Night Raw last week, Salt Lake City is going to be taking place from our Saturday Night's Main Event is going to be taking place from Salt Lake City, Utah. And it's going to be headlined by CM Punk. They have released an official poster on WWE Instagram and WWE social medias that has CM Punk on there, and it basically says, at Saturday Night's Main Event, CM Punk has something to prove. Because last Monday on Monday Night Raw, he actually won the #1 contendership in a triple threat match against LA Knight and Jey Uso. And then right after that is when we got the whole Vision breaking up segment. And tonight on Monday Night Raw, we're going to find out what exactly is going to be happening with the World Heavyweight Championship, because a lot of people are under the impression that Seth Rollins is injured, and I myself am under that impression as well, and I believe he's probably going to have to relinquish it. But we'll have to just see exactly what happens. But we know for sure CM Punk is going to be on the show and probably going to be headlining the show. And when I say predicting the, Saturday Night's Main Event, I mean we're going to be predicting what matches I think are going to happen on that show. So let's get into it. The very first match, not the first match of the night, but the first match I'm going to predict, because I feel like it's exactly where we're headed, storyline direction and everything. I feel like we're going to get CM Punk versus Braun Breaker for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, they have not announced this yet. They have not said anything about the whole World Heavyweight Championship picture until tonight on Monday Night Raw. We're waiting to see what they say. But I have a feeling they're going to do some sort of tournament, and the winner of that tournament will face CM Punk for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. As I predicted in my last video, I believe it's going to be Braun Breaker who ends up winning this tournament and faces CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. I just feel like that match is more likely to happen than anything else. Who knows? Maybe they'll swerve us. Maybe we'll get an LA Knight versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. But it was very clear after the ending and what Braun Breaker did to Seth Rollins that he is coming after that world title. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that match first. And I guarantee you, if we do get that match, it will be the main event. The next match that they slowly started to build on last edition of Monday Night Raw is going to be Stephanie Vaquer versus Roxanne Perez. And I feel like we are definitely probably going to get this match at Saturday Night's Main Event. They could also do it on a Monday Night Raw before the Saturday Night's Main Event, but I feel like if you've got the match, if you've got the story there, why not just throw it on the Saturday Night's Main Event card or the pay-per-view card? Because, nowadays, Saturday Night's Main Event kind of just feels like it's a SmackDown episode. I'm hoping with this episode and the role they've been on, it's going to feel a lot bigger. So I feel like we are going to get it on the show. If we do get it, it should be a really, really good match. For all these matches that I'm predicting that are going to happen, the week before, once we get the finalized card, I will be just basically doing my predictions on who I think will actually win the matches at Saturday Night's Main Event. But like I said, they've built it up. Stephanie Vaquer, was cutting a promo, and then she got interrupted by Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, which is kind of odd because they just lost their tag team match earlier on in that night, and then Roxanne Perez feels like she can just challenge for the Women's World Championship. But either way, I feel like that's the direction they're headed in. I also wanted to see maybe Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Vaquer before Roxanne Perez. But yeah, it is kind of nice to see Roxanne Perez get the Women's World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. She was a huge star in NXT, especially once she turned heel. She had that great run with the Women's NXT Championship. So I feel like if she ever does get her hands on the World Heavyweight Championship, it could be a good time too. But we're most likely going to get this match. I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping they do it Saturday Night's Main Event. But if they don't, either way, we're going to get it sometime. The next match that we very well could also see on Saturday Night's Main Event, and I'm hoping they do it at that show instead of a Monday Night Raw episode, is a triple threat between Rusev, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. The story has been building up the past few weeks. Last week we had Penta basically fighting Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. Rusev comes out, kind of costed Penta the match a little bit. So Penta ended up losing. But then the week before that, we had a super kick from Penta to Rusev, which kind of built in to Rusev coming out. And then tonight on Monday Night Raw, we have Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio. And I feel like Penta's going to get involved in one way or the other. Maybe the Judgment Day is going to come out, try and help Dom win, but Penta's going to be going for the Judgment Day, accidentally do something to Rusev, cost Rusev the W. I think it would be pretty damaging to have Rusev just kind of lose 2 times to Dominic Mysterio, but then again, they've had Penta lose to Dominic Mysterio at least 2 or 3 times. But I'm hoping that's not what's going to happen tonight. Like I said, I imagine there's going to be some interference, and everything will probably come to a head at Saturday night's main event with a triple threat match, which honestly, I'm all for. I think that'd be a great triple threat match. I don't see, I don't see us getting just a regular one-on-one match at Saturday night's main event between Dom or Penta or Dom or Rusev, especially because we've already gotten it on Monday Night Raw and we're getting another one tonight. So I feel like the story is definitely headed towards a triple threat match. And honestly, you should be excited because I think it'll be nonetheless a great match, honestly. When I was sitting down trying to think of what other matches could happen on Saturday night main event card, I really was having a hard time coming up with like at least a couple more. Now they could always do the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, but like I said, I feel like Braun Breaker is going to be busy, and plus we've already seen that match at least 3 or 4 times. I'm sure nobody else wants to see it again. But at the end of Monday Night Raw, LA Knight was still outside of the ring when the whole breakup with the Vision happened. So we very well, and I don't know how we get there, but I could see them doing some sort of build up for a LA Knight versus Bronson Reed match. Um, Honestly, just to kind of fill in the show a little bit. I know they only like to do 4, maybe 5 matches on Saturday night's main event. So I really didn't want to predict that many matches. I just wanted to kind of stick with maybe 4 or 5. So, like I said, I feel like some way we could get to Bronson Reed versus LA Knight. I'm sure maybe if they have a match on Monday Night Raw tonight, who knows? We'll just have to find out. As for Monday Night Raw tonight, I'll be working, so I really won't get to watch the full episode, but I'll be trying to watch as much as I can at work. There's a lot of good matches that are planned for tonight. From what I've seen, we've got Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship, or the Women's Intercontinental Championship, I should say. I'm gonna go with a prediction right here. I'm saying Becky Lynch is gonna retain. It would surprise me a lot if they put the championship on Maxine, but I just don't see it happening. So I'm just going to go Becky Lynch to win that one. And then we've got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the Judgment Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Should be a pretty solid match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee make a good team, kind of an odd team. People like to call him AJ Lee, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, it should be a pretty solid match. If I had to make a prediction on who's going to win that one, I would love to say AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, but I'm just feeling like they're not going to do that. I feel like the Judgment Day is going to end up retaining some way, shape, or form. Dominic Mysterio kind of actually got them into that match, so we'll just have to see. Maybe there's some shenanigans to where it does end up costing them the championships, and then we get new tag team champions. But for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, I just don't see it very likely. And then, like I said, we have Dom versus Rusev again. I would love to see Rusev beat Dom tonight. I really would. But I just don't think they're going to go with that direction. Like I said, there's probably going to be some sort of shenanigans with Penta, and he's probably going to end up costing Rusev the match in some way, shape, or form, which leads us into the triple threat match at Saturday night's main event. I'm trying to think of any other matches that were scheduled. Oh, Adam Pearce did come out on Instagram and basically said that he will be there tonight to talk about the World Heavyweight Championship and what will be happening with that. So I'm curious to see what they do. I imagine it probably is going to get relinquished. I don't know if Seth is going to be there to relinquish it or not, or if Seth is just going to end up taking it from Adam Pearce, or Adam Pearce is just going to end up taking it from Seth and putting it up in a tournament. But as soon as that episode's over, I will try and have like a results and review on exactly what went down and how it all played out. But hope you guys enjoyed this little short video. I want to try and keep it a little short just because I'm kind of on a time crunch right now. Hopefully the audio sounds a little better with the microphone. I did buy this recently, and just because I want to improve the audio. I know this isn't much of like a set. It's it's a workshop, but honestly, it's what I got for right now. I don't really have like an office of my own. Eventually, we'll get there, but it's gonna take some time. As time goes on, I will end up probably trying to maybe put some wrestling stuff up on the walls a little bit. But and then again this week, later this week, we should be having at least another toy hunt video. Going to be going to two different locations from where I went last time. Hopefully, we can find that John Cena retirement tour figure. If not, we're just going to keep looking and keep being on the hunt for it. Also, let me know what you guys would think of maybe doing an online toy hunt by like Ringside Collectibles or eBay or stuff like that. Because I could always work out a video to where we do that instead. And I've got a couple things coming up that could happen really anytime between the next few days, next week. So if I disappear for about 4 or 5 days without making a video, that is why, but I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try not to. It just depends on the world. I can't really say if I will or not. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope the audio sounded better, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.